Maddie.
Hello.
Hi Maddie, I'm Kelly.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, Maddie.
Nice to meet you. I'm Madeline.
Nice to meet you. Yeah, too.
I'm Madeline. Nice to meet you.
Oh, I'm too.
Nice
Sorry,
to
sorry.
Yeah.
You feeling okay?
Yeah.
Take a couple of deep breaths.
No, it's easy.
Okay.
Good. So, hang on, mate. No? Okay. That's right. So what we do is we go to here and we extend. So now we can
There's a dialogue box up there, Rob, that you need to dismiss. I think.
Oh, that's okay.
No.
No, it's weird.
Oh, no, thanks.
It does seem to present on another screen, but I don't know
Where?
there, but it doesn't.
It's not the same one. So
Leave this stuff, through. Do it without considered.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So it's just not working on extended.
All right. Give me a second.
what do I have to buy this one or something?
There we go.
Oh, we did it.
So
Right.
if we.
Yeah, it works.
All right.
Okay, cool.
Leave you to it. Make sure you stand in front of that line, guys. So Rob will watch the time, and the 5-minute pitch we should be wrapping up. But he'll watch the time for the questions,
Sure.
and so he'll give you like a 3-minute sort of. We've got to wrap up. Yeah.
You just okay?
Nick just broke it back. One. It's not a presentation we're asking about.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Just,
Yeah.
and
There
it's how
we go.
you
Okay.
handle it that is important.
On average, teenagers spend about 9 hours a day on their phones. So we thought, why not give them something that would benefit them to read during those 9 hours? That's how the Blog Squad was born.
We are doing a blog for teenagers by teenagers. The website is originally made on Wix, and the point of it is to show you things like sports, updates, book reviews, study templates, or even updates from our own lives will be posted on this website. I'm Nick, and I'm doing a bunch of sports stuff, including sports news and my own journey of being a fleet player.
I'm Madeline, and I'll be doing the education portion, so like study templates, study tips, and just overall things to help better their work.
And I'm Maddie, and I will be doing the entertainment and Q&A part of this blog. We are doing this because we have first-handedly seen how people feel under pressure when they're trying to go online and they're looking for things, they're looking for sports articles for an assignment, they're trying to figure out a way to study before an exam, or even just want to see what their favourite celebrities are up to. So that's what we will be writing on it, and 50% of our proceeds will be going to Mission Australia. Mission Australia is a charity that helps with women and families in domestic violence situations. Our target audience ranges from about teenagers to young adults. We did a survey. 60% of the people that we surveyed out of 60 said that they would use this blog and they want to go on it frequently, and 40% said that they would use the blog but they weren't necessarily looking for something like this. The females and males' responses were different. The females were saying yes, they would go on this if it was easy to access, and the males were saying that they would go on it as well, as long as there was a male representer on there, so that they can relate to them. We would love to get some advertisements going, but first we have to get our traffic up through our website. Once we get our traffic up, we can start getting brands to come on our website and say, oh yeah, we'd love to deal with you. We would then say this is this amount of money to go to get an ad on our website, and then that's how we would start getting our finances up, and then eventually we'd start doing advertisements on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, things like that. This is a little video of what our blog looks like right now. Right on the screen. And it is not coming up. So let's go to the next slide. Sorry. Thank you for listening. Yeah. Thank you.
Love the gift as well. So
Yeah.
well done.
You go.
Yeah, okay, I was just going to say, so you have a plan to commercialise it through the advertising and whatnot. Have you had a chance to think about how much you would charge for that advertising, and what kind of, is there any industry standards about number of visitations versus the advertising revenue?
Yes. So if we get around 100 to 500 people on, there would be little brands like local brands that said they would be interested in doing a partnership with us. I've talked to a few farming businesses out in their barn and things like that. And 500 to 1,000, we'd start being bigger brands like Honey, which is a coupon website and things like that. We'd love to start doing that. Yeah, so we have to start getting the traffic up, which is hard because we don't have a proper domain yet.
And how will you go about that kind of search engine optimization so that when people search for sports content or educational entertainment, how are you going to be at the top of the pile in their search?
So part of the domain package with Wix gives you Google Analytics. When you have Google Analytics, every single page or blog post that we put up, we have a few tag words, and when those words are put into the search engine, our blog will come up as one of the first search.
And you mentioned 50% of the proceeds will go to Mission Australia, which is a great cause and very worthwhile to do something like that. Is it 50% of your proceeds or 50% of your profits? Because that sounds like a lot of revenue going out of your, even though it's good, you want to be sustainable. So how do you differentiate those things?
Yeah. So at the start, it would be around 25% of the profit that we would be getting after paying for the domain and things. And hopefully, if we got our revenue up and we got more brands coming in and we got more money, then we would start donating like 45 to 50% of some of the profits that we get to.
Mine's more advice on where you're going. So it's a student portal.
Yeah.
And it's all about students. Have you thought that maybe you make sure that the advertising is student related? Like you're
Yeah.
completely looking at a community. So honey may not
Yeah.
necessarily appeal to a student. And then on top of that, instead of going straight to a website platform, have you thought about just nurturing this whole experience on social media where kids are sitting right now?
Yeah, we do have a Instagram up, but I'm running the Instagram and I'm finding it really hard to get traffic up on it and then to get people to read a Instagram post. So like if we were to post a short little paragraph on our Instagram feed, I noticed that not as many people viewed it. Probably because when they're scrolling through Instagram, they don't really want to sit there and read the whole paragraph.
I think that's actually really good to see because whilst you might have a website and you think that you're attracting people, you're going to have a similar thing. Don't think of Instagram as not being a website. It's a great platform to gauge how people are relating to you and where you need to pull back and learn from. So I would be suggesting to you that you get out with that mobile phone. This is all about a mobile phone.
Yeah.
Get out there. It's all about students. Go into the community at school. Find like popular kids or people that are making a difference in your community and get them onto your platform and make this thing, this is a cool place to sit because you're going to need that in order for it to grow.
Yes.
So my question would be, how are you going to attract other students to it?
Okay, so this is in any particular order. I thought that the slides were really good. They were simple, limited text, and I like at the end where it had a photo of each of you. So now when we're talking, we know who's who. Just to extend on Kelly's idea, so you were saying you want to go down the path of a website with a domain. What's the cost with getting a domain?
The domain is around $20 a month. It would be $16, but that's US dollars. So yeah, $20 a month, and then it comes with like a free domain for a year. It comes with a logo. It comes with $250 logo business cards, Google Analytics, and it comes with this design thing where you can talk to people who make websites for a certain amount of hours. I think there's 25 hours that you can spend talking to people that would usually cost.
And the URL, is that available to blogsquad.com.au?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, to extend on Kelly's idea, I would see if you were to use the website, Facebook, and Instagram all as one.
Yeah.
Where if you were to post images that relate to that particular piece of content that you're doing around sports, and then it might be a short, not even a summary of the blog, it might be almost a question.
Yeah.
And then the link in your bio might always be just going straight back to the website where you've got the full blog.
Yeah.
And that's one way to capture and build an audience.
Yeah.
Through there, and then through your stories, hey, we're out today chatting to this person, getting some information about a new blog we're going to be doing. Then you're able to then take that blog content and put it on Facebook. So then you're also across that community, and then that'll also lend Facebook to putting the entire blog,
Yeah.
if you're wanting to, or even a bigger section of it
Yeah.
with a couple of photos, but then you can also put more behind the scenes. And then you could have the website, which might only be quite basic at this point, where it's really about just putting the content on there, the story, and then getting people to either platform as well as the website. And same as what both Tim and Kelly were saying, stay local, go to your friends and family, your school, really utilise the networks you've already got, whether it's partners but also people to help provide the content to put in the blog. And I really like that you've all got a different area of interest and you're working on that. You're not doing sports because you hate sports, you're doing what you love, so that's really going to come through.
That was one of the things that we wanted to make sure that we convey, because every single person is different and we all have different interests, and so we were trying to find a way to get all that interest into one place.
Yeah, absolutely, which is awesome. But I really, really believe that the issue that you're going to have with this is that kids sit, and I've got a 13-year-old and a 14, and I know she's like this all day. So this is a big mountain to climb, getting that kid off that. I mean, parents have trouble doing it. So you need to really make this quite powerful and make them want to get off that and move to that. And to me, a way to do that would be picking up your mobile phones and walking around your local community, talking to your teachers, any people that have got a bit of fire in their belly and they create great content first, and run yourself a 6-week Facebook campaign, Instagram campaign before you put the website up and before you put any energy into that. Create this, ask people, what do you want to see from us? What do you want to hear other stories from other kids? Do you want competitions? You might be able to get a local fashion label on board and get them to donate some clothing. So you've got all the kids getting off Instagram and getting onto your platform and entering this competition. So you're moving, you need to move users onto your platform. And maybe you could do this, like this is cool. You've got a really great idea, but you just need to think a bit more basic in terms of getting it off the ground and getting it where it needs to go. You know where the end picture is, but there's a lot of little weeny, tiny things to do before you get to the end.
Thank you.
I think on the local ideas that you gave, I've been talking about it, in that how do you differentiate yourself from someone else who's got a similar blog? And I think it might be that you create a bit of a niche for yourself in that you've got the 3 kind of categories that you've identified, but how does this differentiate from any other blog that might be looking at similar things? So it might be that this is from the perspective of a regional or rural community. So BYR is quite a regional rural community, and so instead of being a blog that includes on things that people on the coast or in cities are doing, you make this a niche, and it can still be a big niche because Australia and Queensland in particular is quite regional and rural. So this is through your eyes, sport, entertainment, and education from a regional and rural perspective. So and that might not be the niche that you decide on, but I think having a niche and also there's only 3 of you and there's a lot of content to create. So as Kelly was saying, getting the community involved, and you could even have crowdsourced content. So you're actually accepting videos and guest blogs from other people from across Australia or the world who can then create content for your blog. So it becomes this really diverse and rich content that's coming from a whole range of perspectives. So that may be a way to differentiate yourself, because I think that may be an issue, is that people can find blogs and Insta stories and Snapchat and a whole range of content on Google and whatnot. So having something that's really uniquely you and uniquely your blog is going to be the clincher for it, I think.
And one other thing I just wanted to mention was about partnership. It's a lot early on to say we're going to give 50% away. And even if you wanted to make contact with the Red Cross,
It's Mission Australia.
Mission Australia.
I have no contact.
Yeah, just to find out.
What did they think?
They thought that it was a really good idea and that they would love to be on board.
When you contacted them, did you contact them via email, phone?
I called them. I called, I think it was the head advertising manager.
And did you then follow up with an email?
Yes, I did.
And did you respond?
Yes, we did.
My point was,
Sorry.
no, my point was, you don't have to be too hard in the beginning to say, hey, we're going to give away 50%.
Yeah.
It could be like, hey, and something which you can promote every now and then through any content that you're doing on any platform. Hey, we intend to have a partnership with Mission Australia for this reason.
Yeah.
And support them that way. Maybe share some of their content as well. See if they will also share some of your blogs or what you're doing behind the scenes, knowing that the end goal is, and you can let them know, our end goal is to work towards a partnership with this organisation, be supportive of what they do, and maybe that's all you have to do for now. Instead of having that hard line, we're going to give away 50%. 50% is a lot.
Yes.
But good to that you recognise that they're a good organisation. So.
And I think more about your story as well, and what's kind of driving your passion to create this blog. I think a section on the blog about who you are and why you've got into this, and why you want to. It's a noble thing, but why you want to donate to Mission Australia. There's a story that links to that as well. I think would be important to tell, because that's what's going to really resonate and connect with your audience and advertisers as well. That here's three people who have really put themselves out there and created something amazing, and I can really see and understand their story. So I think expanding on that would be great for you as well.
Can I just ask one question? How long do you think this is going to take?
I mean, we have the blog up and we have about 15 people who regularly visit it. So to get it like fully up and running with like 1,000 people viewing it could take up to 6 months. So
And you have a Facebook and Instagram?
we have Instagram, but we don't have Facebook because Facebook is blocked at school. And then so
We might try and make a Facebook page for it.
yes,
You can,
we will.
the time when you're outside of school,
Yeah.
so the whole audience there as well.
Yes.
Yeah. Well done. I really like the initiative.
Congratulations.
Well done. Keep going.
Dollars, yeah.
Oh, dollars.
So,
I've got $60 here that I'd like to give towards you. Originally it was to give 60 towards maybe the first 3 months around your URL,
Yeah.
so you can just secure that
So
and then keep building that content.
You're only allowed 40 each. But
Oh, okay.
it's just very generous, but
well, I'll give you 40.
Thank you very
Forward,
much.
not a problem.
I have to thank Ben.
Thank you.
Please come back to the ground.
Yeah.
Don't look so far ahead and just do really basic stuff like picking up that phone and create content.
Yes.
Yeah. When kids are giggling, when kids are, really fill it up
Yeah.
with love and energy and your
Yeah.
community.
Thank you very much. It's really nice to meet you.
just so you know,
Sure.
that just is too bad.
G'day.
Oh, yeah.
I'll give up.
Good, nice to meet you. I'm
Hi, Cooper and Kelly, how are you?
It's in the game.
Good handshake, man.
Yeah. The first one. Yeah, I don't know, actually.
Oh, it's just so just say for that one. And here we go. Have you ever seen or experienced anyone struggling with getting their gear off the top of a four-wheel drive car? Or maybe you have seen or been one of the 11.8 million people who go camping every year. Or maybe, and need somewhere to store their equipment. Well, roof racks have been an excellent innovation in the industry for ways to store your gear. But the issue with these racks is they can be difficult to reach and sometimes dangerous, especially in the wet or when handling heavy equipment. But worry no more. Introducing the Easy Ladder. The Easy Ladder is a slide-out roof rack ladder for taller four-wheel drive vehicles that are difficult to access the top of, where camping and equipment would be stored. The ladder is a bolt-on accessory that can be attached in between the roof rack and the roof of the four-wheel drive. The ladder works like an extendable ladder, having 3 sections. The first 2 sections of the ladder consist of the ladder. One piece that slides into the other, making it more compact, so they will fit under the roof rack. The third section is the sliding mechanism that the ladder mounts to allow it to slide out from underneath the roof rack and come down to the ground. So I'll show you how it works. The prototype. So this will be stored, obviously, will be made out of aluminium, so it'll be a lot lighter, but this will be stored in between the roof of the vehicle and the roof rack. So it will slide out, having one piece slide out from the other, and then the part that I haven't built yet is the mechanism that allows the entire unit to slide out and then drop down to the ground. So that's how they'll work. This is just a quick knock up timber, but that's how generally it would work.
Have you applied it to a car yet?
Oh no, not yet. I haven't gotten to that stage yet. I've done some investigating into the possible competition, and the result was that there are some products out there to allow access to the roof, but none of them are similar to what I have done. Here are some products that are out there. This one here is an external ladder that folds in half that you can attach to your four-wheel drive. The disadvantage to this design is that the ladder needs space in the car, and to use it you need to unpack it from a bag and hook it onto the roof rack, which this is inconvenient. Another design is this small device here, and it latches onto your door latch. This design is nice because it is small and versatile, but it has some disadvantages. The device has a small tread, so there isn't much foot room. Also, the latch only reaches as far as the door latch, so there is a height disadvantage. So what I would like to ask from you all is some guidance in the industry, how to go about moving this project forward, and who I could talk to in regarding to the legal side of things, such as starting a business and car road.
Well done.
Very good.
Do you have any costs, or have you worked out a possible
So
recommended?
for these ones here, this one will cost about $150 and that one costs about $70. So they are on the slightly cheaper spectrum, but for my one, I'm only just early into manufacturing, so that's only like a half done prototype, so haven't completely finished up.
Okay. I'll start by, after hearing the pitch, I'd say the next phase you're at, or where we might be able to help, is research and validation. That's the next step. So you've gone out, you've seen that there's a couple of competitive products, and with lots of cars, four-wheel drives, camping. Yes, there's a need for people to get up safely on top. And as Kelly asked, have you tested it on a vehicle? Not yet, so I'd encourage you to take this prototype and get it out to people who full drive, who go camping regularly, and ask them face to face through surveys you can send out to people, but also start within your own network of people who go and camp. Would you want a product like this? What do you use currently? And then that way they will say, yes, this is what we use. Yes, we like your design, but what about doing this? Or we're not a big fan of the material that it's made from, but really just going and asking the questions before, sort of going beyond to find out whether or not it's needed and whether your design is quite suitable. Going to local manufacturers who, because you said you're going to use aluminium.
Yeah, like I had.
Yeah, so is that the best product? Take your design to them and say, this is what I'm wanting to produce. Is this the right material that I should be using? What are the benefits? What are the disadvantages of it? And really validating what you've got right now before moving on.
Okay.
Because it's really through talking to those people who would be using it all the time that they will give you points that you have not thought of, because they're your end customer. So that would be my recommendation, is get out and about and get rid of any sort of fear. You've already done so much to get it to this point. It's exciting to be able to take it out and see what people are going to say. So really embrace that. And that would probably be my suggestion about what to do next.
Yeah.
And in terms of the presentation, I would say now, maybe take a couple of steps forward, hands down, no leaning. Just, a little bit more, that's it. A little bit more professional. And if you were to come in, no cap, lose the sunnies, it just shows that a little bit, just more professional.
Was that the look you were going for with the sunnies and the
Yeah,
fit
sort
into
of
the
the
market?
camping.
That's what
That's why I wanted to show
It makes sense.
That's what I actually have the opposite for this. So
Yeah.
I actually thought your dress quite well for the market you're going into. That project will cost you a lot of money to produce. A lot of money. So before you take that risk, I'm talking a lot of money and a lot of experience in manpower, insurance, huge. So before you go any further, you need to do loads of research. You need to know exactly how big your market size straight away. And I would probably do that before I'd even go out there to actually see if you can afford to get it to market.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know if you know my background, but I developed a product called Strucker. Now our tooling, our first quote was $250,000 to bring it to market. That was just to buy the machinery to get it to market.
Okay.
I had to completely destroy my prototype and pull it apart and take pieces off and do a complete redesign. It was like cutting my kids' arms and legs off. It was really heartbreaking to pull my tooling back to $100,000, and that was to get the machinery to make one unit. Now that in itself is hard enough. I would really, for you, get on that phone and start looking to local manufacturers and getting some costs first.
Okay.
And I think that is going to give you an answer as to whether you go forward or not. Because once you are in something like this, you can't get out.
Yeah.
You've got a lot of money on the line and you need to move forward. So that would be my big suggestion to you. But I really love I love the fact that you had other products to show me. You can see too between the two. So that little piece there, it is quite heavy and dead weight. So you need to look at things like transporting something like that and how heavy it would be to ship it, like and how you would ship it, how you would advertise. You need to do a full, and I'm happy I can sit with you and do a whole mapped out plan and go through some really basic elements of getting that product to market. Things that you need to check off first and understand, even in terms of shipping and moving it across Australia. And this is huge. It's really big. So if you would like to do that, I'm happy to sit with you at some point and go through that with you serious.
That's great.
I think it's a great idea. I four-wheel drive camp myself, and I've got a Pioneer roof rack on my car, and to get the marquee, the tent, the other bags, everything like that up on the roof is it's difficult. Like when I go camping just with myself and the kids, like it's just me doing all that. So something like this to help me be able to get up higher onto the roof is a fantastic idea, and it's something that I've thought about, utilising one of those the step product. But with that one, I do worry about it kind of damaging the car. So something that kind of slides out and doesn't affect the car at all is a great idea. And I agree with both your thoughts on your outfit is the idea to come in dressed like you're going camping is a great idea, but I think you could have ramped it up a little bit more as far as it does look like you just kind of going to the shops with your sunnies and your hat on type thing. So if you're going to dress to impress and dress to suit the market, make it really campy. Having that the car keys or something like that, or a VCF shirt or something like that. So
Or put your logo on your cap and
Yeah,
your logo
exactly.
on your shirt.
so make it look like you're really going camping and full of driving. Even though that's probably what you do, normally wear, but make it so that we really get it. I agree that prototyping is what you're going to need to do, and do some market research out at campsites and full drive tracks and whatnot. And you may be able to do something at something like the Sunshine Coast Makerspace. They can kind of develop up prototypes, and it won't necessarily be the final version that you need to have, but it will at least give a better idea. Also, as you kind of saying, there's a lot of engineering in something like this. It's got to come out from underneath the rack. It's got to come down off the car, and it needs to be engineered so that it can do all those things. So maybe contacting the University of the Sunshine Coast, they have an engineering department. So there might be some students in the engineering department who can kind of work with you on this idea, so that it becomes that they can do it as part of their assessment, and may actually take some equity in your business if they see the value in it as well. But you've got the idea, you've got the passion for it, but bringing in other resources and other skills where you might not have those areas is probably something to think about, and that could be from the engineering perspective, the marketing perspective, and so on and so forth. The other thing is that who's your customer, do you think?
Customers will probably be full drivers and campers, people who go outdoors a fair bit. Families who go pretty much just outdoorsy people.
So they could be the consumer, but they may not be your customer. So your customer might be Rhino Rack, be able to sell your design to Rhino Rack to actually produce it. So all you've done is create a design, create the idea, and then you sell it to ARB or to Rhino Rack or one of those other providers. Or it could be that your customer is camping and four-wheel drive shops, because they're the ones that are going to sell it to the consumer. So, and it could be that you sell it directly via an online platform or your own store or whatever it might be. But think about how you're going to design and market the packaging and everything like that, and what that might look like, and how you're going to pitch things as well, based on who your customer is. Because your customer might not be the consumer; it might be the next level up. Yeah, and it's as it's been said, like this is something you're really passionate about. So when you're pitching it, really throw that passion into it, and start with the story. Me and my mates, we go camping, forward driving every weekend, and it's something we love. We love kind of getting out into the outdoors, and any statistics you can back this up as well.
Yeah.
And we're not alone. There's a survey done by whoever, whatever, that says that 67% of Australian families love to go camping and forward driving, and so you're talking about your market size then. So, and we live, especially on the Sunshine Coast within Australia in general, it is such an outdoors lifestyle, and every car that drives past you, every second car is like four-wheel drive that has the capability. Some people have the four-wheel drive but don't take the four-wheel drive because of the fear. Like this is about making it easy to take your four-wheel drive off-road. So, so just have a think about some of those things and let that passion show through.
Okay. I'll just add to that. So what was your reason, just briefly, that you came up with this idea? Why are you passionate about it?
Well, I'm passionate about the idea because I'm into full driving and camping in that sort of scenario, that scene. But
How did it come about? How did it come about?
It came about when I was doing some research and finding a project, and roof racks. I was just looking at a picture of a full drive, and I thought, how do people get up there? So I started doing some research into these sort of things here, and I discovered their disadvantages, and I thought of a way to make that easier to people to get.
So when you do the pitch again, put that at the start and
Yeah.
set the scene for everyone about I enjoy the outdoors and camping, so passionate about the industry. I saw a problem, I did some research, and this is what I came up with. I put that at the beginning, and then we all know, okay, this is how it started.
Yeah.
Make it personal from there.
That's great what you've done. It's really, really good. I would just suggest, like I said before, going back to the start and getting some costs involved, so you can go down the path, because it's a very expensive road you're going down. So just, it's all there, it's wonderful. And also, too, you've got a lot of competitors, so you really need to make sure that that retail price is attractive for them.
Yeah.
And if it was more expensive than that, because you've got to, you recommend, you can't just set a recommended retail price, there's got to be a whole waterfall of costs involved to make sure that your cost per unit is plenty of profit in there for you to keep growing your business. So if it is more expensive due to cost, you're going to need to work out a way to make sure that they know they need it and not those.
Yeah. Okay.
Good, but I'm happy to help you too if you want to, just go right back to square one and just sit down and just do some real basic stuff and start to get your costings all worked out.
Any questions or?
The innovation thing is awesome too. So call up there and just see if, perhaps there might be some professionals in that area that are all willing to come together, and even if it's only by email, there'll be different people that can help you, they've got far more knowledge and just give you some answers.
Thank you. I'd like to give you $10 today, and I hope that you can use that towards setting a time to meet with Kelly, so she can give you an overall plan, because it'll just put a lot of things into perspective,
Yeah.
which at your age and at this point in the project will be unbelievable. Okay. And you'll use going out for the rest of your life, so.
That's 20 from me too. Maybe get some shirt with a logo and things
Yeah.
like that. You can use for whatever you like, but I would suggest just getting a bit of branding on you so that when you walk into a room with people, we know exactly who you are.
And is there a maximum that we can do?
40.
40? Yeah, great. Well, I'll give you 40 as well, and obviously use it
There you go.
for whatever you wish. But I think, speaking to the Sunshine Coast makerspace and see if you can get some kind of prototyping done might be something to look at once you've sat down and got a really good understanding about who the market is and whatnot and how this might take shape. So, so congratulations on everything you've done so far and well done.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Thanks, mate.
Thank you all.